Alright, so today I'm talking about sex and power in our society and in Antigone's time. Um, Antigone, she's a pretty powerful woman. You see that at the beginning when, she wants to bury her brother because the king has just made this rule that, one brother should be buried with honor and the other one, shouldn't be buried at all. And she thinks that's wrong, so she's gonna stand up for what she believes in, even though the king, the head of the whole country, says not to or, death. But she's gonna go against it, and she wants her sister to come along. And so in the beginning they're talking about that, and the sister's scared. She doesn't want to break the rules. She doesn't want to get in trouble and whatnot. And then Antigone's like, okay, well, you know, I'm gonna do it with you or without you. And it just shows that these both women, one's scared and shows her weakness, and the other one is she's strong and shows her power, and she gets recognized this way, and I think that gives her a lot of power in this book. And so when she does bury her brother, Creon gets mad, and he tells the messenger to bring me a man, this man that did it. And it just shows that Creon, being in power, he doesn't really give credit to anybody really, but he says man, and like that he doesn't give right there. He doesn't give women credit. He could have said the criminal or like something like that. But he just lets women fly over his head. Doesn't even think about them. They're not really there to do anything. Just more concerned about the men and whatnot. And so when the thing gets brought to him, he's kind of like, why'd y'all bring her here? And to me, that's another reason that it's just another sign that he doesn't give women any credit, because that was her brother, and if anybody, it should have been the family. And so the fact that he doesn't think that she could have done it is kind of low blow or insulting. Um, you know, but back then it was a king that made all the rules. He was in power. Um, you know, there was queens too, though. The king died. They didn't just throw the king. The queen still remained in power, and people obeyed the queen as well. There were a lot of people that would live and die for the queen. Just because she's the queen, not per se that she's a woman or man. But back in this day, I feel that the men got that role because of simply physical reasons, not really mental, because just the women were scared because the men were big and they bullied and they were physical and whatnot. So it taught the women, it actually shows the women how smart they are by, not saying much and playing by the rules and whatnot. But, it's kind of like in today, um, if our president makes a published rule, some people are going to live by it, and some people are going to disobey it, or whatnot. And the people who disobey it are going to get the consequences. And the people that are smart, they're going to, they might disobey it, but they're not going to do anything. It's crazy, and they're going to play by the rules or bend them as much as possible. Kind of what Antigone tried to do, but she got caught. But same thing in my house. I got a mom and dad. It's not like my dad says something, I go do it, and my mom says something, I'm just like, forget you. I'm gonna respect both of them and do what each of them got to, tell me what to do. Because they've earned that spot. And so when I don't feel that sex and power kind of go together in this book. I mean, he's king and he has that power. You know, if he says go, you can't just disobey him, and he's just not gonna let you slide. He's gonna try to make an example out of you because he's the king and he doesn't want that power.